You're listening to an Airwave Media podcast.
Every Major League Baseball is covered in what's known as Lana Blackburn baseball rubbing mud to help pitchers grip the ball from a secret location in what U.S. state? This question and more on today's episode of Triviality Mini.
Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neil, and Jeff. This is Triviality.
Hello and welcome to Triviality Mini, a 10-question quiz to make you the cream of the crop at trivia night. My name is Matt and I'll be the host seat for today's game. As always, this quiz is brought to you by our amazing patrons who make all our bonus content possible. If you'd like to help support our show so we can continue to release the same high quality and dependable content every week, you can go to patreon.com/trivialitypodcast. For as little as $1 a month, you'll get all our main feed episodes ad-free. And for as little as $5 a month or a cup of coffee at the conglomerate, you can get over 60 hours of bonus content as well as weekly bonuses written by all of us. Once again, that's patreon.com/trivialitypodcast. And now it's time for this week's questions. Question 1. The uncouth and unrefined description of a primitive group of people in Gulliver's Travels serves as the namesake for which multi-billion-dollar company? Which multi-billion-dollar company is that? Question 2. The Beatles' landmark appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show inspired the set for which 2003 Outkast video? We're looking for that Outkast video. Question 3. Which 2020 Disney movie about two kids trying to reconnect with their dead father was the subject of a copyright infringement lawsuit for his portrayal of the plaintiff's artist Unicorn Emblazoned Van, which plays a prominent role in the film? Which film is that? Question 4. Sabrina Carpenter has reached the top of the billboards this year with her hit single, Please, Please, Please. She is not the first in her family to reach the feat, however, as her famous voice actor aunt did this in 1990, rapping as which famous cartoon character? We're looking for the cartoon character there. Question 5. Many island nations and countries incorporate the Union Jack into their flag. Which group of islands, known as a republic, also does and has been the filming location of Survivor since at least 2016? We're looking for that group of islands. Question 6. Starting in 1977, which American author charges only $1 to students and aspiring filmmakers to adapt his short stories, referring to the artist as a dollar baby? We're looking for the name of that author. Question 7. The two most recent NBA draft number 1 overall picks have come from which country? Looking for the name of that country. Question 8. The official national flag of Greenland has decidedly very little green in it. It has none. What color is the majority of this flag? A nod to its place in the Danish kingdom. Looking for the color of that flag. Question 9. Originally created in the 1930s to clean coal off wallpaper, what substance was reimagined in the 1950s as a toy for kids? We're looking for the name of that toy. Question 10. A virus that uses RNA for its genetic material instead of DNA is known as what? We're looking for that type of virus. All right, those are your 10 questions, and we'll be back with the answers after these messages.
With New Year's fast approaching, it's time to get those resolutions in order. My resolution? Well, it starts with this and ends with me speaking a new language. It's Babbel. Speak like a whole new you with Babbel, the language learning app that gets you talking. With quick 10-minute lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts, Babbel gets you talking a new language in 3 weeks. When I was in college, I tried learning Italian. It didn't go well. Part of the reason was I was making short films for class, but the other reason is I was learning from a book. I was one of 30 students not getting the right amount of attention that I needed to learn a language like Italian, which can be difficult for people who've never spoken another language. But thankfully, for Babbel, it's worked for millions of language learners of all ages. Learn everything you need from vocabulary to culture while holding your own in conversation with anybody. With Babbel, it just takes 10 minutes a day. You don't need a full semester like I did in college. Here's a special holiday deal for all of our listeners. Right now, get up to 60% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/social hour. Get up to 60% off at babbel.com/socialhour. Social Hour, spelled BABBEL.com/social hour. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold! Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See detail.
All right, we'll get to those answers. Starting with number 1, the description of a primitive group of people in Gulliver's Travels was Yahoo. The answer we're looking for is Yahoo. Number 2, the Beatles' landmark appearance on Ed Sullivan's Show inspired which set? That was Outkast's Hey Ya. The answer was Hey Ya. In number 3, we're looking for the 2020 movie about 2 kids trying to reconnect with their dead father. That was Onward. The answer there was Onward. All right, question 4. Sabrina Carpenter reached the top of the billboards this year with her hit single Please, Please, Please. She's not the first in her family to reach this feat, however, as her famous voice actor aunt did this in 1990, rapping as which famous cartoon character? That was Bart Simpson. We were looking for Bart Simpson. Number 5, many island nations and countries incorporate the Union Jack into their flag. Which group of islands, known as a republic, also does, and has been the filming location of Survivor since at least 2016? That is Fiji. We were looking for Fiji. Number 6, starting in 1977, which American author charges only $1 to students and aspiring filmmakers to adapt his short stories, referring to the artist as a dollar baby? That is Stephen King. The answer there was Stephen King. Question 7, the 2 most recent NBA draft number 1 overall picks have come from which country? And that would be France. The answer there is France. Question 8, the official national flag of Greenland has decidedly very little green in it. What color is the majority of this flag? A nod to its place in the Danish kingdom. And that color is red. Red is the answer for number 8. Question 9, originally created in the 1930s to clean coal off wallpaper, what substance was reimagined in the 1950s as a toy for kids? That would be Play-Doh. We were looking for Play-Doh. And finally, question 10. A virus that uses RNA for its genetic material instead of DNA is known as what? That would be a retrovirus. The answer there we were looking for is retrovirus. And now for the answer to the question at the top of today's episode. Every Major League Baseball is covered in what's known as Lena Blackburn baseball rubbing mud to help pitchers grip the ball from a secret location in what U.S. state? That would be New Jersey. So the answer we're looking for there is New Jersey. Thank you so much today for playing along with today's quiz. We encourage you to rate and review the podcast in all your favorite podcast apps and follow us on social media at Triviality Pod. And as we said before, if you'd like to support the show so we can continue to do fun projects like this, become a patron by going to patreon.com/trivialitypodcast. That'll do it for this week's episode of Triviality Mini. Tune in next week for a brand new set of 10 questions in 10 minutes. See you next time.